Iono is back, and there's more Pokemon news coming tomorrow. But today, we've got leaks, riddles, and possible DLC leaks as well. So let's dive in. All right, so first things first, Cerebi.net reporting this morning that Scarlet and Violet details will come through another stream featuring Iono tomorrow on October 14th at 13 UTC. That's gonna be 9 a.m. Eastern time, so about the same time, I'll likely live stream it as well. Now, I'm gonna talk about Iono today and about their signature Pokemon that is likely to be revealed tomorrow. It seems like this was gonna be a two-part reveal, much like Grafaiai was kind of dragged out over the last couple days at the time. So I think we are gonna get the reveal for Iono's Pokemon. But I wanted to give my thoughts on everything from yesterday because obviously there was a little bit of drama that kind of came out of yesterday. So me personally, I was not a big fan of the Iono reveal, but I will say this, I don't think I did my job properly yesterday because I didn't even acknowledge the fact that they were teasing a new Pokemon. I was so caught up in everything. I think what happened was I went into it expecting that there was going to be some big reveal, and then ultimately I ended up watching the trailer in Japanese first, and it really wasn't for me. That's not my thing. Like, I'm not really into the VTuber, like, very anime type of style of things. That's just me personally. Like, that's just who I am, but I don't have any hate. Like, if you like it, that's cool, but to me, I was not excited about this reveal, and then I kind of missed on hitting on the fact that they were hinting at a new Pokemon, so I do apologize about that. I don't apologize about the fact that I'm not a big fan of Iono. I find it to be a little bit annoying personally, but that's just my opinion. So anyway, we can have different opinions, and that's okay. But I do think that there's going to be a reveal for this new Pokemon, and that's what the first trailer was about. And we have some information from the Riddler talking about a light bulb. And he says, I told you it's evolution in June. And if you've been following the leaks up to this point, we know that there was going to be an electric frog type Pokemon. And we believe it actually is maybe electric and psychic. That's kind of the leading thought, is that it's electric psychic. And now we're thinking that the signature Pokemon for Iono is actually going to be a tadpole Pokemon, an electric tadpole Pokemon. And we think that it might actually be like a light bulb. Like the bulb is the body, and then maybe like the filament or the other part of the light bulb is like kind of the tail that comes off the tadpole. So that's kind of the leading thought right now. So I think tomorrow we're gonna get a reveal for this light bulb tadpole Pokemon or the frog Pokemon or something like that with Iono. So that's my thoughts. That's my speculation on that. I think it's very, very likely to be the case, and I do think that we are going to get her partner Pokemon tomorrow. So I think it'll be a little bit less, I guess, disappointing in terms of what I was looking for. Because for me, like, I like the Pokemon in the games. I'm not someone who really is going to care too much for the trainers or the characters themselves. But that's just me. That's my opinion. Again, I really think that we'll probably get that reveal for the Pokemon tomorrow. From there, we've got some more posts from Riddler Ku actually talking about the paradox phenomenon, which I thought was interesting, and a couple other things. He actually put out a couple polls. The first one saying, who caused the paradox phenomenon, and actually breaking it down into 4 things, which I think is really cool because now we've narrowed it down. So we know this paradox phenomenon is coming to the game. It's most likely pushed towards the end of the game or the post game. Probably has something to do with the central area of the map. And we know that it's existing Pokemon that don't evolve, that have new typings, that have crazy boosted stats. And we know a few of them from leaks like Jigglypuff and Amoonguss and Salamence and Hydreigon and Hariyama and Donphan. A lot of different paradox Pokemon. So what's the ultimate cause for them? And we can narrow it down to 4 things. Professor Suro and Professor Tada, Arven, which we believe to kind of be their child, like their child, who's kind of like one of our little rivals. You've got the 3rd legendary, which we don't know much about, but we know that they're probably tied to the terrestrial mechanic because they're the eyes that are on the little crystal hats. And then you've got the box legends, so Koraidon and Miraidon. My thought is you probably can narrow it down to 3, right? It's probably not the box legends that caused the paradox phenomenon because we believe the box legends to be the paradox Pokemon from Cyclizar, right? So Cyclizar is like the regular one, and then Koraidon and Miraidon are the paradox versions of them. So what caused it? It's my guess is the professors is my guess, because I think the 3rd legendary is going to tie to the terrestrial mechanic. I think Arven could be mixed in there, but I think he might have been I think Arven may be a paradox as well or something like that. So I think this is really interesting how this is going to happen and how it's all going to play out. So my thought right now is it's the professors that caused the paradox phenomenon at this point, but you guys can let me know in the comments section below. Then the Riddler goes on to post, what's the truth about paradox? And again, 4 options, so we can kind of narrow things down. You've got time travel, parallel world, coincidence, and imagination. So to me, the first things that come up, obviously time travel is a big theme because it just happened in Legends Arceus, and they obviously do these things on purpose. Like, we just had space-time distortions where Pokemon from the future came back in time. You have a character who gets thrown back into, into a different time period. So time travel is very much so present in the Pokemon universe. So for Paradox Pokemon to exist from a time travel perspective, makes a lot of sense. Pokemon also has like parallel worlds as well. Like we kind of know through the games that we played that multiple timelines are taking place at the same time, and there's different things happening. So to me, time travel and parallel world make the most sense. I'm not really sure on imagination, and to me, coincidence feels like it's probably unlikely as well. So I think it's either time travel or parallel world. My guess is it's probably going to be time travel. That was what I voted, but the highest vote right now is parallel world. I think the Riddler had followed up with some other tweets kind of showing some anime, and I guess the anime was about someone's like dreams and imagination. So maybe it is imagination, but I think it is, my gut is time travel or parallel world. And you guys can let me know again your thoughts on that. And then some really interesting stuff here. KG, my editor, sent this to me. There is a listing for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet to pre-order these games. And one of the things that's noted about them is that it says offer DLC on it. Now, listen, when these listings come out, sometimes there's incorrect information. But based on all the leaks that we've had, there's a lot of reason to believe that this game is going to have DLC. In fact, it's pretty much guaranteed, right? They did it with Sword and Shield. It seems like they're moving away from the third version model, and they're going with DLC models. Everything up to this point has indicated that there's going to be at least one, maybe two DLCs for this game. It just makes so much sense. And again, this website indicating these pre-orders does say offer DLC, so it seems like there could be some information that the DLC is ultimately coming, right? So I would not be surprised to see all that play out, so just keep an eye out on that. Obviously, as we get through the kind of the release, that probably wouldn't be until spring or summer next year. I think Isle of Armor was like June, maybe something like that in June. So that would be the timeline we'd be looking at, right? They'd probably do an announcement like January, February for the DLCs. Then you're looking at like June, October or something like that, June, November for 2 DLCs like they did last time, which is what I'm anticipating, right? Like I think they'll follow the same schedule they did with Sword and Shield, which was a really good schedule. So again, I feel like that's probably what we're looking at for DLC. And that's apparently when the third legendary is going to be revealed, that has some sort of really big tie-in to the terrestrial mechanic. So that's everything going on today for the Pokemon news. I think there's some really interesting conversations to be had about Paradox forms and how that's gonna play out. And again, we're gonna get my best friend Iono coming back tomorrow, which is gonna be just a doozy. Hopefully this next reveal, Iono is actually gonna give us a new Pokemon, which is this kind of stuff that I look forward to. So again, if you want to watch it live with me on stream, you can do that. Or you can see me get disappointed again. I don't know which one's going to happen. It should be a blast. We'll see how it all goes. I'm personally really excited to see a potential light bulb tadpole Pokemon and an electric frog. I think that's really cool. So hopefully we'll get some really dope reveals tomorrow. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on everything we talked about today. And I will see you guys for the live stream tomorrow to see what Iono has in store for us. I might watch it on mute though. I'm not going to lie. So we'll see. I'll see you guys then. Peace.